What's up, YouTube? This is Game of Prime, and I have decided to finally do what I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is make a tier list. And what better topic for someone like me than Transformers shows? Because I love me some Transformers. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got here. Animated things. Yeah, that's good. And I've got 5 tiers here. 6. Excellent. The very best shows will go here. Really good. Again, like, really good shows go here. But not excellent. Decent. These are decent shows. Like, yeah, some pretty good. It's alright, but it definitely could have been better. Like, I can stand to watch it. Meh, it's just meh shows. Yeah. Haven't watched enough. This is a show. These are shows where I've maybe watched a handful of episodes, but not enough to really pass judgment. And haven't watched at all. Self-explanatory, I haven't watched those shows at all. Now, I'm going to go with these shows. I'm going to go in the order that they're appearing on the bottom here. So, we're going to start with Transformers Animated. And that, if my mouse will grab it here, come on. Well, I guess it showed Riskabots Academy. Stupid mouse. Okay, Transformers Animated. This goes up here. No questions asked. Transformers Animated is just top tier. And what do we have here? Transformers Armada? Okay. This one is decent. The starts as a kind of slow burn. But it really kicks off around episode 12 or 13 once the Star Saber is assembled. Like Knight's Realm said, I was watching Knight's Realm before kicking this off, and I have to agree with them on where the show picks up. It takes a few episodes for it to really get good. Riskabots Academy. I have never watched this. And what do we have here? Beast Machines. Now, this is a show with a lot of mixed opinions, but I haven't really watched enough for myself to pass judgment. Part of that has to do with my little sister claiming that my mother didn't want me watching it because of my Transformer obsession. Then it turns out she was lying and my mother had no problem with me watching it. It's just that we had one TV connected to the cable and she had a show on at the same time. And she felt she deserved to watch her show more than I deserved to watch mine. Man, I wish DVR was a thing in 1999. Maybe I would have seen more of the show. But as it stands, I did not. The Japanese shows. All of these Japanese shows. I have never watched them because language barrier. And the ones that have dubs, the dubs are infamously bad. And I'd rather watch if there's a good fan dub out there. Maybe I'll watch them if that happens, but until then, they're just going in there. Haven't watched it all. Beast Wars. Beast Wars. Oh man, this was my gateway show. Is it better than animated? No. I think TFA is a bit better, but Beast Wars is still amazing. And it's still, I got a lot of nostalgia for it. It is my gateway show, as I've said. So, it goes here. BotBots. I've watched a few episodes of it, and it's decent. It's very different. It's not, there's no war going on. It's a straight up comedy. Like a sitcom. It's not as good as Armada, so it's going here. Cybertron. probably the best of the Unicron trilogy. And I would put it above Armada in the decent tier. Or maybe really good. I need to finish rewatching. It's definitely decent. Cyberverse. Now this one is really good. Not at the same tier of Beast Wars and animated, but still a really good show. So there it goes. Earthspark. I need to watch the second season. I haven't done that yet. But Earthspark is better than I was expecting. I was expecting something a little too comedic or too woke because of all the representation. I thought it was going to be too heavy-handed with the messaging. Like the woke messaging or whatever. But it's not too bad. Is it better than Cybertron or Armada or BotBots? I think maybe a little better than, I'll put it there. Okay, what is this one? I think this is Energon. Meh. Energon is definitely a very forgettable show. And it's such a case of missed potential, wasted potential. They could have had some great storylines in there that they just didn't. They just wasted the potential of somebody like Demolisher, who was really interested in the beginning. Where he's conflicted about his allegiance after 10 years of the Decepticons not really existing anymore. And while still not really feeling comfortable being an Autobot. And he has to adjust, and he has to figure out what side he's on. And Megatron shows up again, and he's like, yeah. And he still has his doubts, and then he gets killed. Then he gets revived as a one-note generic character. Just a dumb comic relief brute who pounds on his chest like a gorilla. G1. This is really good. Not as good as Cyberverse, but really good. Because it's G1, it's classic, yes it's cheesy, yes it's full of animation errors, but it's a classic show that I've rewatched many times. And part of that may have to do with me having the DVDs and having had those since the 2000s. Another Japanese show. And again, I've never watched these. I think this is the Prime Wars trilogy, which was meh. And I didn't even finish. I didn't finish Power of the Primes, but these are pretty forgettable. Okay. Transformers Prime. Again. Better than animated? I'd definitely put it, or between animated and Beast Wars. Yeah, I'll just put it there. Rescue Bots. This, what I've seen of it, and I haven't seen a whole lot, but I've seen enough to say that it's decent. It's better than BotBots. Not as good as Armada from what I've seen. Maybe I'll put this in I haven't watched enough. No, down there. Get out of there. You don't belong there. I haven't watched enough. And this I need to put up here. Put that in the wrong tier, but yeah. Rescue Bots, what I've seen of it, giving me good impressions. It's definitely better than Beast Machines. Like, I'm getting good impressions from it where, while it was intended for a very young audience, it doesn't feel too kiddie. Like, it doesn't feel overly heavy-handed kiddie where I can stand to watch it and I'm 40 years old. Transformers Robots in Disguise, 2001. Another decent show. Definitely likes to skew more comedic. Now, hold on to it, mouse. Oh, come on. Now my mouse will hold on to it. Okay, I will put this below Armada, but above Earthspark. I mean, BotBots. Yes, yeah. Robots in Disguise 2015. I haven't watched enough of this to really pass judgment, so I will put it probably beneath Beast Machines right here. Like, of the ones I'd want to watch more of, Rescue Bots would probably be at the top of that list. Another Japanese show. Well, 2 more Japanese shows, and again, those go here because language barrier. And finally, we have War for Cybertron Trilogy. Yeah. I hate to admit that this was kind of meh. The voice acting was just so in so many places it seemed kind of lifeless. But this is probably the best of the meh shows. Better than Energon, because it has a more cohesive story. Although I guess Energon would win out in terms of the voice acting. For all the faults that story had, at least the acting was good. But Energon, but War for Cybertron is probably the most watchable of these kind of meh series, so I'll put it there. And I guess that's all for what is presented on this tier list. There are a few shows missing. I saw another one that had Generation 2, which I would have added a pointless tier for that because it's just G1 with some fancy edits. And if I'm gonna watch G1, I'm just gonna watch G1. There's no point. But that is my Transformers show tier list. Please like, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff. And I hope to maybe make more of this content in the future. See you next time.